Hi guys, it's Ann. I'm popping on behind my apron today. Just came in from some yard work and thought it'd be fun to show you a clever little idea when you want to make something different. And we're gonna play with puff pastry today. So I don't know if you guys buy puff pastry at your store or not, but it's in the freezer section. And you do need to thaw it out before you use it. But I will tell you, it's kind of nice because now there is actually a really pretty good microwave thaw instructions on the package. So if you do need to do that, if you've forgotten, go ahead. So the first thing that we're going to do is do a ham and brie roll up. And so Pampered Chef has some really wonderful things in our pantry line with sauces and seasonings and things. And we are going to use spicy pineapple rum. But first I'm going to take this pastry sheet that I have on the cutting board here, and there's some brie down here. I'm going to take the pastry sheet and I'm going to use our wonderful pizza cutter, and I'm going to just cut it in 4 pieces as good as I can. So that looks pretty good for 4. Then I'm going to take, I'm going to make 3 that are the ham and brie. So I'm going to just take maybe a half a tablespoon of pineapple sauce and put it on 3 of these 4 squares, and just use a little knife and spread it out a little bit so it's in the middle of your piece of puff pastry. Then we're going to take some thin sliced deli ham. You could use prosciutto if you have it, and you're going to take a piece of ham. And the round of brie that I already had, I cut some of them into sticks. And so this is maybe a bigger ham than what I wanted, but it'll be fine. I'm just gonna put the brie inside and roll it up like that. And then I'm going to put it here in the kitty corner of the triangle of puff pastry. And then I'm going to just pull one other wedge over the top, and I'm going to move it to the large stoneware bar pan, which let me slide everything, because if you work with puff pastry much, you're going to find out that using our Pampered Chef stoneware for it to bake on is fantastic because it never sticks and it gets a beautiful even coating of doneness when it comes out of the oven. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little egg wash. So I just beat up an egg, and I'm going to brush it right up over top the ham as well. And you could have pulled these corners up. In fact, maybe I will pull the corners up a little bit so that we don't have just a little tiny tip down there. We'll see if I can get that to stick. Pull up the corners just a touch. Doesn't need to all be enclosed. In fact, I think they're prettier if you don't enclose them all. And then you're going to take a little bit of coarse sanding sugar. Yes, sugar. Little bit of coarse sanding sugar, and you're going to sprinkle it over the top. And then it is going to bake in the oven at 400 degrees until it's golden brown. And so generally that might take 16, 18 minutes, something like that. And then if you want, you can drizzle hot honey on it before you eat them. So it'll be really fun. The second one I'm going to do, I'm going to actually take some spicy mustard. And again, I'm going to spread it through part of the middle of this puff pastry. And then I'm going to take a skinless brat that is jalapeno cheddar. And I'm going to put it in the middle of the puff pastry. Then I'm going to take some of these little cubes of brie and cube them up even a little bit more and line them down the top of this brat. And if you guys have worked with puff pastry before, drop it in the chat. I would like to know what your favorite meal or appetizer. I know some people use it to top their chicken pot pie. And then this one I am going to bring up. And again, I will move it over here. And I will brush it with egg wash. And then I already coated those, so shoot. Well, let me tell you what I'm doing with the other ones, and I'll just make another ham one while I'm talking to you. I also got plain brats. So I'm going to use just a little mustard spread and a stick of brie beside it. And then I am going to put it in my puff pastry, roll it like I did these others. And then though, I will do my egg wash, and then I'm going to put our Dijon mustard rub over the top of it. So it's just a really delightful seasoning. So these are just some really fun things that you can do with puff pastry. I love this silicone basting brush, you guys. It makes it really easy and it gets everything to stick. Curl your ends up. I think that'll bake better. It'll just look a little bit nicer because these ham pieces are a little bit bigger than what I wanted it to be. And then a little bit of coarse sugar. Trust me on that, okay? It looks kind of crazy right now, but it's wonderful. So that'll give you a little sneak peek of what we're having. And I just wanted to pop on and have a little fun with it this afternoon. So if you're following along this week on virtual parties, this is a sneak peek using the stoneware piece, the large cutting board, knives, bowl, pizza cutter, you name it. Have a great week, you guys. See you soon.